Alright, so one Mike Young. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakudash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say shalom to the elect that teaches real and our true faith sincerity. And yeah, man, today, pretty much, it's pretty much like a you know what I mean, to the Apostle Bar's lesson, the dealing with Charlemagne. Well, it's not too much dealing with Charlemagne, but being judges of the earth, man, and dealing with these scriptures, man, because like the apostle said, that this is a standard of morality, man. This is your this is the measuring stick on how to live. You know what I mean? This is the measuring stick on how to live, man. You know, because if you follow all these laws, statutes, and commandments to its to its perfection, you will live forever, man. You know, which that's why once once that new covenant come into play, we're gonna live forever. Why? Because the law, statutes, and commandments is gonna be in our inward parts. We're gonna follow all the law, statutes, commandments, man. And we're never gonna go off. Meaning, there's no gonna be no reason for us to die. You know, so pretty much, because like the title of the lesson, the scriptures are divine laws. These different laws, statutes, and commandments, they are divine. They are from the Most High. See, when the Lord created man, it was a certain design. You know what I mean? Meaning what? That it's a certain thing that we have to intake. You know, we can't just go into anything, such as these different beasts. You know what I mean? You can't label the same sex. See, all that causes every cause have effect. Every action have a reaction. So when you are bundles of sticks, because this guy Charlemagne, he goes hard body for bundles of sticks, man. This guy goes hard body for bundles of sticks, so that lets us know that he is bundles of sticks. But the point is that when you do that abominable act, that disgusting act, that bringeth forth diseases, man. You know what I mean? That bringeth forth diseases. And nowadays you have guys that they are pretty much they put a mask on. They might just have a baby mama just to say, you know, just throw it out there that they ain't gay. They got a baby mama. Not knowing they use that so they can go behind the scenes, so to speak. You want to say it like that, man. You know? So, pretty much I'm going to start off with this. Leviticus 18. Because, you know, we can't follow all the laws, statutes, and commandments right now. I understand that, but it is a certain limit to things, man. It is a certain limit to things. It's certain things that you can refrain from. It's certain things that you're supposed to abhor. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? You know? So, this is Leviticus 18. And, let's see, I'll start at 24. It says, defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. Now, if you go into this chapter, it's talking about different unlawful lusts, man. You know, different unlawful marriages and unlawful lusts. Well, these were the Amorites was doing, and that's why the Lord kicked them out. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick. This is Genesis 15. Genesis chapter 15, I believe. And 16. It says, but in the fourth generation they shall, matter of fact, I started at 15. Matter of fact, I started at 14. Genesis 15 and 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward they shall come out with great substance. So this is talking about after we left Egypt. Because guess what? It was the Lord, He's perfect, man. It was a certain period of time that we was going to be in Egypt. You know, but also it was going to be a certain period of time where the inhabitants of the land of Canaan was going to have to be kicked out. Why? Because of all the wickedness that they have done, man. You know, it was a standard of living that the Lord prefers, man. that is mandatory. You know, it's a standard of living that the Lord mandates, man. And guess what? The Canaanites, they was pretty much doing the total opposite. You know what I mean? So it says, and thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and thou shalt be buried in good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. Meaning what? It was a certain period of time where the Lord allowed them to do complete wickedness. And after that, it was time for them to give up the land. Why? Because of these different abominations they were doing. But in this chapter, it was talking about these different unlawful lusts, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they were just doing it. They were eating unclean foods. You know what I mean? Just living carelessly, man. Like how it is in America. You can live any type of lifestyle you want, man. You know? You can live it, because these Christians, they let you know how bugged out these so-called Christians are. They say the Old Testament is done away with. Well, that lets you know that there's what's the word? A measuring stick on how to live. You know what I mean? This is like the Apostle Paul said, you know what I mean? The standard of morality, man. You know what I mean? So you get rid of the Old Testament. So now you can do what the hell you want to do. And the only thing you got to do at the end of the day is call on Jesus. And you straight. You out your damn mind, man. You got to pay that tab. You know what I mean? So this is Leviticus 28 and 25. It says, "And the land is defiled, therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomited out her inhabitants." See, and that's why we here in captivity now. Why? Because the land was defiled because of our iniquity, man. We went against the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And that's why we're not in our land now. But once we get in our land, we're going to be perfect. It's not going to be no reason for us to go into captivity again, man. Because we're going to have that new covenant within us, which the new covenant for these different new covenant Israelites is the laws being put in us, man. The laws being put in our inner parts. You know? To where we ain't got to teach other Israelites. They going to already know, man. We're going to teach the other nations. You know what I mean? You know, but we're going to be perfect. We're going to have the law, statutes in us. Law, statutes, commandments within us, man. We're going to be programmed to be perfect, man. You know? So it says, "Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourn with you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. That the land spew not you out also, when you defiled it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you." See? And that's what happened, man. We got spewed out. Why? Because we didn't follow the divine laws, man. Which the word divine goes to pretty much supreme being. Which the Lord, He had the blueprints to create the human body. You know what I mean? So guess what? The human body is like King David said, we are fearfully and wonderfully made, man. We got miles and miles of nerves in us and different organs, and this got to work with that, brain signals, you know what I mean? So guess what? Just like a car, right? Let's just say you got a just regular old car that just take regular gas. You cannot put diesel in it. It's not going to run. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it is. You cannot eat shrimp. Your body is going to pretty much get sick off eating shrimp, man. We were created, you know what I mean, a certain way, man. And that's why the Lord gave us the law, statutes, commandments, because make us separate from the people. That's why we're the great people on earth, man, because the Lord, He chose us, man. He gave us the law, statutes, commandments, the pretty much the right way to live. Why do you think Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord? Because he walked with the Most High, meaning what? He followed the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I mean? That's the image of the Lord. Is this knowledge, the true understanding. You know what I mean? You know? So it says, for whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls of them of that commit them shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore shall ye keep my ordinance. See, meaning what this is mandatory. This is mandatory. Even though, like I said, we in captivity, we can't really follow all laws, statutes, commandments because we in this we under Esau, which this is the worst captivity. But it is a limit, man. It's certain things that you know that you can refrain from. Like let's just say that some days you can't help that you work on the Sabbath. You know, the Lord, you know what I mean? He knows it, but that's why the scripture also says that certain days that we offer something we can keep as a Sabbath, man. You know what I mean? But being abundance of sticks, you can refrain from that. Eating these different unlawful foods, you can refrain from that. Even in that, it says that we're going to eat our bread defiled with the Gentiles. But guess what? If it just say with bacon, you know what I mean? You don't want to, why even tempt the Lord, man? You know what I mean? We'll say everything got pork and you might as well eat. No, man. You know. But like I said, there's a limit to all these things. It's certain things that we can't keep for a fact. You know what I mean? So it said, therefore ye shall keep my ordinance, that ye commit not any of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your power. See? So we're not supposed to defile ourselves with these different customs, which, like I said, Charlemagne, this guy goes hard body for bundles of sticks, and I be praying that this guy is a damn Hamite, man. Because he could be one of those guys that was in Gomorrah, man, or Sodom, man. You know what I mean? So he was A-okay with it. You know, as well as these jakes that do mukbangs and eating grilled alligator. See, this is why we in captivity now, man. Because of madness like this, man. And that's why it was matter of fact, let's get that. Because that's why you reading the law, it says put away evil, man. Because a lot of these iniquities, they are they pretty much they're contagious, man. They're contagious. Let's just say if a woman like nowadays a woman commit adultery and you don't know it, right? You know what I mean? You got the spirit of jealousy on you, but you can't do nothing about it. Guess what? Next thing you know, you when you piss, you burning, man. You got it. You know what I mean? Your piss burn, man. That's how that evil spreads. You know what I mean? Being abundance of sticks, like I said earlier, nigga, he got a baby mama, but he got little Tyson, you know, pulling up at night, man. You know what I mean? Little Tyrone, and he getting Tyrone at night. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, y'all going to the clinic. You know? That's why the Lord said, put this iniquity away from the congregation, man. Why? Because we're supposed to be that pure and holy nation, man. That's why we're supposed to refrain from these things. That's why we're supposed to follow these divine laws. Like I said, the human body was created a certain way. We don't supposed to be eating no damn shrimp and catfish and, you know what I mean, nigga eating pig feet. That's why your grandma only got 1 foot now. You know what I mean? We all seen that. You go, you know what I mean? Let's just say your grandma ain't got it. But let's just say you go out of town. Your auntie in Mississippi got 1 foot, man. Why? Because she couldn't keep away from that pig feet, man. You know? Let's see, this is Deuteronomy. 17 and 2. I'm just, just a quick example. Deuteronomy 17:2. It says, if there be found among you within any of thy gates, which the Lord power giveth thee, man or woman that have wrought wickedness in the sight of the Lord thy power, and transgressing his covenant. See, they have wrought wickedness, meaning when you bring forth wickedness. It says, and have gone and served other gods and worship them, either the sun or moon or any of the hosts of heaven, which I have not commanded. Now, Because this is the first commandment, is not to worship any other God. You know what I mean? See, the Lord is our husband. And guess what? He is a jealous power. And that's the man. That's why, the jealousy, that's not a bad trait. You know what I mean? You have a woman, you want to keep her in a dungeon, man. You don't want nobody looking at your woman, man. You know what I mean? So that's how it is with the Most High, the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. He don't want us to be dealing with these other guys, man. You know, that's spiritual adultery, and being under the banner of these other guys, you doing other things. So just like you dealing with these Hamitic deities, well, it's okay to be a bundle of sticks. You know, even Esau, because people follow Esau, they worship Esau. Yeah, I mean, they are. He is considered a god to the people, and you see the madness that's going on now under the vibration of Esau, man. And that brings you breaking these commandments. That's why that's the first commandment, because that's going to cover all the rest of the commandments. Because if you follow in Molech, you're gonna break all the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why I said don't throw your sacrifice your children in the fire and all. You know what I mean? You know, you dealing with what it is, some remnants and all that. That you breaking the laws. Once you follow these different gods, you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know, matter of fact, let's get this in what is that? That's Genesis, I believe. Yeah, it's Genesis 3. And I started in 1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord power had made. And he said unto woman, yeah, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And that's how these devils do. See, they try to give you make you, rethink yourselves, man. You know what I mean? They make it seem like that you're not following the right way. You know, or even in that, they'll say that those in biblical times, or that don't apply to now. There is no way that you can justify being a damn faggot, man. There is no way that you can justify eating pig feet, committing adultery, man. Which a lot of these people, these Americans today, they try to justify these different sexual lusts that they have. Why? Because everything here is geared towards the flesh. Matter of fact, if you continue on, it says, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the tree of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden have the Most High have said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Meaning what? Touching these different philosophies. Because once you dive into something else, guess what? You going off track, man. You going off track. You following Jesus Christ. Well, Jesus Christ said that you can be a faggot and still be saved, man. Jesus Christ said that if you pray over that alligator tail, you'll be okay, man. You know what I mean? But if you follow Yahweh Shema Shai, guess what? You will die, man. And that's what the people don't want. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to even have that in their mind. As long as they can do whatever the hell they want to do, and they just say, the Lord knows me. They okay with it, man. Not knowing that it's restrictions when it comes down to the Lord, man. Yeah, you know I mean, law is something that gives you restrictions. You know what I mean? It's restricted. Why? Because it's for our best interest. You know what I mean? It's for our best interest, man. It says, for the Most High doeth know that it says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. See? And that's what these Edomites do. That's why they got red lobster, man. It's okay to eat that. As long as you pray over it, and it's okay. They're not saying that you're going to die, man. You know what I mean? It says, for the Most High doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. See? Now, you see that this devil, he told a lie, then he told the truth at the same time. He said that you're not going to die, But it says that we're going to be as gods, knowing good and evil. And that's how you become a judge. You have to know both good and evil, man. You know what I mean? So this had to happen so we can be the true judges of the earth. But you see how this devil get down, that we're not gonna die. We follow these different philosophies. You know, you will die if you follow these different philosophies, man. You know what I mean? It said, now here go the point. It said, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eye. See, it was pleasant to the eye. It was pleasing to the flesh, man. You know what I mean? It was something that was carnal that draw her into eating that fruit, or diving into these different philosophies, man. You know what I mean? That's why Scripture says in Romans, carnality is death. Carnality is death, man. You know, because Scripture said the law is spiritual as well. The law is spiritual, man. These are divine laws of Yahweh Shema Shah. Like I said, the Lord created the human body. So guess what? The Lord knows what the human body needs and what the human body don't need and shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Shouldn't have need and want. Shouldn't put in. You know what I mean? You shouldn't stick your rod in everything. You should stick your rod in your woman. You shouldn't stick your rod in another man's woman. You shouldn't stick your rod in a damn cow or a dog like Esau does. Or like a woman. You shouldn't have a cucumber with a rubber on it and use that, man. See, this is what happens when you follow these other guys instead of Yahweh Shem Shah. Because guess what? There's always a repercussion behind breaking the law, statutes, commandments. Such as, even, let's just say you want to consider this as a lease, a law, like what it is, wearing mixed fabrics. Well, pretty much your body can overheat. You know what I mean? That's why, you know what I mean, certain times of the year, you get all hot all of a sudden, then you get cold. That's like fall is like the worst time because you can have like a sweater and you can be outside and it's pretty chill outside, but you end up getting hot and shit. You know what I mean? You supposed to be good and warm, but you overheat. Why? Because those mixed fabrics. You getting rashes and shit. Why? Because of these different mixed fabrics. So there's always a repercussion of breaking the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I mean? You know? But it said that the fruit was, I mean, it was pleasing. Matter of fact, it's like I dropped it. Let me get it real quick. It said it was pleasing to the eyes, meaning what? It was geared towards the flesh, man. You know what I mean? So it said, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasing to the eyes and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof and did eat and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So yeah, man. So it was something carnal that draw her into these different philosophies, man. You know what I mean? So you come under the banner of these other deities, it's something carnal, man. You know, which leads to death. Which leads to death. At the end of the day, if you don't follow Yahweh Shem Shah, you're gonna die. That's why the servant said, he said, you're not gonna die. You know what I mean? That's the first thing he said. Why? Because that's the first thing that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna die, man. Matter of fact, Salakia, let's go to Genesis 2. This is Genesis 2. This is Genesis 2. And in 17 it says, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in that day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. And now people would think that they'll just totally throw this out because Adam didn't die that day. They say, yeah, he died 600 I believe 600 and some change, I believe. But pretty much that means he didn't live in them thousands. He didn't live before 1,000 years, man. You know what I mean? So it says, and because once you live 1,000 years, man, hey, that's it, man. You will live forever, man. You know, and this is and following these laws and commandments will make you live past that one day, man. You know what I mean? So let's go back to Deuteronomy 17 and 4. And it be told, matter of fact, I started 3 again. It said, have gone and served other gods and worship them, either the sun or moon or any of the hosts of heaven which I have not commanded. See? So because guess what? These following these different deities is gonna change your lifestyle pretty much. It's gonna change your lifestyle. It says, and it be told thee, and thou hast heard of it, thou inquire diligently, and behold it, and be true, and the thing is certain, that such abominations wrought in Israel, see, is abominations being wrought in Israel, because guess what? Certain things you have to go ahead and put it out, man. You know, and that's why I also just make sure it's certain now before we act on it, man. Because once it gets started, man, that's why certain sins was your blood had to be upon you, because such as stealing, you were able to replace what you took, man. You were able to replace what you took, but dealing with like these different abominable acts, you know what I mean? These abominable acts such as being a bundles of sticks, you know that right there, man. You cannot reverse AIDS. I mean, you got the herbs and everything, you counseling and all that, you know. But the point is, this is what spearheads it, man. Been doing these abominable acts, man. Why? Because the human body wasn't made for these different abominable acts, man. That's why it's abomination. It's disgusting, man. You know what I mean? So it says, then shalt thou bring forth that man or that woman which have committed that wicked thing unto thy gates, even that man or that woman, and shalt stone them with stones till they die. See? So there's a repercussion. Their blood had to be upon them. They gotta die, man. And that's why the serpent told him, you're not gonna die. You know what I mean? Hold on.
Knock it out.
Just
Go on.
Yeah, the serpent said, you're not gonna die. That was the first thing he told him. Why? Because that's the first thing, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna die. You get found out, you're gonna die. You know what I mean? It says, and being stoned, that's a horrible way to go out. That's something that you're gonna have to suffer. It's not like how Esau do it. You on the you get the lethal injection, you pass out, and then they make your heart stop it. That's the most humane way to go out. No, man, the Lord's gonna make your ass suffer for going off, man. You know what I mean? It says, at the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. See? But at the mouth of 1 witness shall he not be put to death. Yeah, man. So it had to be more than one to prove that this person was following other guys, man. You know? It says, and that's perfect, that's just, man. Because you can have a hater and they might just spread a rumor, man. But it had to be witnesses, so they had to be eyewitnesses, you know what I mean? You have a hater, a nigga that hates you, you know what I mean? And he just wants you dead, you know? But it had to be a 2 or 3 to make it a guarantee. It says, the hands of the witnesses shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterward the hands of the people. So thou shalt put away the evil so thou shalt put the evil away from among you. See? So you see how the witnesses, they got down first? They get first deals, man. And what was the ultimate result? So you can put away evil from among us, man. From among the congregation, man. You know, because like you see how the serpent got the woman, because this flesh is weak. You know what I mean? You got a woman caressing you. You know what I mean? And you talking to her, and now you ready to get at her. Now you know what I mean? Now she said, look, damn, my boyfriend called. You already getting ready to pop her. You ain't gonna want to stop. But if you spread the Lord on you, you gonna already make sure that's already established, man. But let's just say, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You just didn't know, or whatever the case was. You know what I mean? You liable to go with it, man. You see what I'm saying? That's you have to pretty much stop that from the jump, man. That's why you have to go ahead and put in the death and get it. You know what I mean? Get rid of the evil from amongst you, because it's contagious. It's contagious, man. And then let's go to the New Testament, man, because now Jake, you've been in the Old Testament the whole time. But I'm gonna get this real quick. This is the book of I think it's 2 Corinthians. It's 1 Corinthians. This is the book of 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 6. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. It says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High?" See? Be not deceived. See, be not deceived, man. Meaning what? The Lord is not playing. Ain't no way that you can talk your way out of it, or have somebody convince you that you can do whatever the hell you want, man. You know, it says, "Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers." Hey, and you see, pretty much fornicator, idolatry, and adultery, that's pretty much all in the same. That's the first commandment, man. Because guess what? That right there, the first commandment is don't put no other gods, don't worship no other gods, right? Well, guess what? That right there, falling under that banner, you know, if you worship any other god, you going off on the law, statutes, commandments. You know, why you think the coronavirus is the hottest topic right now? Because fucking Moab, his diet is seafood, SEEEFOOD. So everything he see is food. If it moves, he put it in that frying pan. If it's in the sea, he ain't cooking it. He's making sushi out of it, man. You know what I mean? So that's why Moab have to be beaten with the law, statutes, and commandments within him, man. He's not going to get it perfect, but it's going to be a standard of living to go by, man. You know what I mean? And you're going to see when that new covenant gets established on planet Earth, you're going to see the benefits of following the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know, those are the other nations. They're going to be able to live 800, 700 years old. Why? 600 years old, 500 years old. Because that standard of living is going to change. And it's going to be a dictatorship. So it's not going to be like you're going to vote the Israelites out the seat, man. You know what I mean? So it says nor fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminates, nor abusing with themselves with mankind. See, Charlemagne, this is it. You didn't read this, did you? You know what I mean? So this is pretty much the base of the scriptures, man. Like he's following the 10 Commandments. People always talking about the 10 Commandments. Well, that's just like the base. Those are the simple things that you know what I mean? That's the base, man. You know what I mean? You know, because it said offended men. What you can't have a feminist, you can't have a soft spirit. You got to be a man, man. You can't be compromising or say abuse of themselves with mankind, and that's what you do. You abuse yourself, you harm yourself when you go into another. If you a man, you go into another man, you abusing yourself, man. And you can't get mad. You at the clinic and the test come back positive, man. That was your ass, man. That was your how about Shimon Shah telling you that your ass is off, man. You know what I mean? It says, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. See? So meaning what, nigga? You can't get it. You ain't getting a piece of the pie, man. If you continue to fall into these things, and it said be not deceived, meaning what? You can't do this and expect to be delivered, man. You can't do this and expect to be delivered, man. The Lord is going to get you for everything that you have done, man. And these, like I said, these laws, statutes, commandments is perfect, man. Nigga, man. Damn, man. Yeah, man. But Salakia. But the point, and that's why it's going to be the law, statutes, and commandments is going to be established on planet Earth. Matter of fact, I ended off with this because this is going to be the utopia. You know what I mean? It's going to start out with in the land of Israel. You know what I mean? And that's where the law is going to go forth at, man. You know what I mean? So let's get to Isaiah 2 and 2. It said, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And so that's it, man. So guess what? It ain't like the law, statutes, commandments changed, man. It ain't like that was old times. No, man. This is gonna be once again established on planet Earth, man. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be once again established on planet Earth, man. And you can't get around. These are divine laws. This is how you're gonna live forever, man. This is why we're gonna be immortal, because the law is gonna be within us, man. You know, and for you so-called Christians, man, if you saying, if you denied it, you know, if you thinking that the Lord made a mistake, you gonna die for it, man. You gonna die, cause the law is perfect, man. It's just these bodies ain't. You know what I mean? And with that, Aki, man, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Chakudash. Double honors to the positive elders of Great Millstone. Let us see Shalom to the ladies, we're not true favorite Saturday. DTA, above the law.